Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we've got Tragedy Tales video, and this is Parachute Failure, 5 clips before horror number 5. And we're gonna get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and comment what you think down below. Let's go.
Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name's Ryan from Tragedy Tales, and over here we cover anything tragic. Whether that be a plane crash or a bizarre, unusual accident, we cover it all. But this week, yet again, I've scoured the net for 5 spine-chilling clips that will leave you grateful to be alive. I show these clips so that we can learn and hopefully avoid a similar tragic fate ourselves. So strap yourselves in. Here are 5 more pieces of footage captured before horror.
I don't know if Tragedy Tales even know I exist, but he puts out great shit. Like, I very love the shit he does, so I love reacting to this type of series, because he very educational and I've learned stories that I would never know about had I not watched these.
This heart-stopping GoPro footage was captured in April of 2022 on the majestic Meiji Mountain, located near La Grave in the Southern Alps. The video is pretty short, but very intense. It starts with serene scenes presenting a beautiful panoramic view of the magnificent mountains. He finds himself captivated by the beautiful, picturesque scenery. However, while he's admiring it all, an unforeseen event takes place. A sudden hole materializes underneath him. In an instant, the skier helplessly descended into the depths of the dark void. Remarkably composed, the Frenchman utilizes his skis to slow his fall, gracefully maneuvering down the near vertical slope as though he was defying gravity. Now, footage before horror doesn't necessarily mean death. Amazingly, against all odds, his audacious strategy to slow his fall succeeded, allowing him to find a small foothold on a narrow ledge. From here, he peered into the deep, dark chasm that almost claimed his life. Fortunately, his ski companions were well prepared for these sort of things. It took the group approximately 15 to 20 minutes to make their way to the crevice in which he'd fallen. When they got there, the painstaking rescue efforts commenced, involving the use of crampons, pickaxes, and shovels to finally free him from the icy grip of the glacier. Thankfully, the unnamed skier, described as an experience.
That's insane. The fact that they immediately knew, there was no panic. These guys we know what to do in this situation. It's happened before. So they knew how to handle it. They were quickly to make sure they got all the right stuff. They got him out of there. It's good to know he got out safely, because that usually don't happen in these videos as of late. But fucking incredible job. Well done.
Experienced mountaineer and ski mountaineer not only survived the ordeal, but also exhibited astonishing composure. Following a brief respite, he even resumed skiing, leaving his companions in awe of his calm demeanor.
Yeah, that's insane, because no, that'd be the end of my skiing trip today. That'd be when I'm done, yeah. No, I'll be done then.
This footage went viral and left countless online viewers speechless. This eerie, chilling footage that was captured on the 4th of December 2021 unveils a heart-wrenching tale that unfolded in the city of Mwingi, a small town nestled in Kenya, approximately 200 kilometers east of the capital city, Nairobi.
Okay.
Now, on that fateful day, what was meant to be a joyous occasion quickly descended into a horrifying tragedy. A 51-seater bus filled with 45 passengers brimming with excitement for a wedding ceremony, embarked on a treacherous journey. Their destination lay in a distant village, nestled on the other side of the famous Enzui River. Among the passengers were members of the close-knit Mwingi Catholic Church. With the church choir on board, their voices filled the air with laughter and cheerful conversations as they boarded the St. Joseph ceremony bus. Approaching the road that spanned the Enzui River, the once tranquil waters had transformed into a raging current, completely devouring the road that they were supposed to cross. Of course, he stopped the bus and contemplated the risks of traversing the river. While he did this, members of the wedding party, along with the church choir, defiantly danced and sang by the water's edge. Their spirits remained unyielding, determined to not let a mere river dampen their special day. Their faces radiated joy, completely unaware that within the hour, most, if not all of them, would be dead.
So me and my friend's favorite, like one of our favorite things to mimic is then, like, I think the last, like, shows like final 24 hours, because they always ends, no matter what they're talking about, they're like, and in 24 hours, he'll be dead. That's always the joke. So me and my friend Chris make that joke all the time. And now here, he's... here, the guy said, Tragedy Tales said it. Not long after, little did they know, they'll be dead.
The bus driver was acutely aware of the dangers that lay ahead. He even expressed the fact that he was unfamiliar with both the bus and the river. However, according to survivors' accounts, various members complained that they were already late and urged him to forge ahead.
Yeah, that's what the comments I saw said. They were like, this guy got pretty much pushed to do it by people in here who probably died as a result because they just weren't using their fucking brain. Were just concerned about getting to a goddamn wedding. The wedding can wait. And I think if the people who are getting married who are there are angry at you because you didn't risk your life to get to their marriage at their wedding, I think they tells you a lot about them as a people. I'm just saying.
Motivated by this pressure, and apparently fearing the appearance of being a coward, the bus driver made a fatal decision.
Yeah.
Disregarding the swirling floodwaters that served as a chilling warning from nature itself, he pushed forward, hoping to navigate the treacherous crossing. However, in a cruel twist of fate, tragedy struck with brutal force. This video footage captures the bus as it inches forward through the water. And they almost make it, until the vehicle's tyres suddenly lose their grip on the slick road, sending the bus tumbling over itself. The passengers, disoriented and petrified, inadvertently trampled on one another trying to escape. By the end of that fateful day, that river took a heavy toll, mercilessly snatching away 33 lives, leaving 12 in complete shock. Among the dead were the ill-fated bus driver, who said that he should not continue, along with the daughter of the bridegroom and tragically her 3 young children. Regrettably, this is not the first time that lives have been lost on this river on this exact same road, raising unsettling questions as to why a bridge had not been constructed to safeguard the lives of those who must cross. This tragedy serves as a grim reminder of the complete unpredictability and the ruthlessness of nature.
Oh, that's a makeshift-ass bridge, isn't it? That's a makeshift-ass bridge. That will give way. That doesn't look very secured, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's what I assume. Because that looked like shit. They probably went, that's enough. You don't need to do more. That's good enough.
Skydiving is an inherently frightening and high-risk sport that involves leaping out of a plane with just a parachute between you and certain death. Personally, I'd never attempt it, but loads of people, thousands of people love it. However,
yeah, I don't know if you could ever get me to do that. I mean, there probably is a way you all could do it if you fucking reach milestones or something like that. But yeah, rarely ever you ain't gonna just see me do that for fun.
if I were to try skydiving, I'd definitely opt for a tandem jump, where you're basically hooked up to a professional, and it's considered way safer for beginners. Unfortunately, this belief proved fatal for 18-year-old Tyler Turner. On the sunny morning of August the 6th, 2016, Tyler, who bravely refused to let his mild case of cerebral palsy control his life, arrived at the Lodi Parachuting Center in California for his first ever tandem skydive. Tyler was known for his fun-loving and adventurous nature. He was a musician and was adored by everyone around him. For a bit of background, the Lodi Parachuting Center was a renowned skydiving school located in California's Central Valley. It opened in 1964, and it proudly claims to be one of the largest and oldest drop zones in the United States. On that fatal afternoon, Tyler was paired with Yong Kwon, a 25-year-old instructor who had accumulated 700 jumps of experience. Before suiting up, Yong
I don't know if 25-year-old, I think I want someone older than that.
turned his camera and warmly greeted Tyler, capturing the excitement of the moment. Tyler, standing on the sunlit runway, expressed his love for his mum and playfully wondered if he would make it through the jump.
Welcome to Parachute Center. What is your name?
My name is Tyler Turner.
What are you doing here?
I am going to jump out of a plane.
It's your first time.
First time indeed.
Maybe you're a little bit scary.
A little bit scary. When I get up there, it's going to be like, oh gosh, adrenaline's going to kick in, just let it happen.
Okay. Who is it?
That's my mom over there.
Hello.
Very loving mom. Done a lot for me in my life. Hope more that she'll help me with more of my life, because I want to make it.
Okay.
We're going to make it.
Do you ready?
I am ready.
High five. Let's go to jump.
Let's go jump. I'm ready.
And just like that, they said goodbye. Tyler boarded the plane and ascended above the clouds, and without a second thought, leapt into the sky with Yong in tandem. Heartbreakingly, during the descent, Yong attempted to release the parachute, but encountered a failure. Both the main chute and the emergency chute refused to open. They plunged 13,000 feet to their untimely deaths, rendering the video where Tyler joked about his survival eerily haunting.
Family and friends watched on through tears as a coroner's van removed the bodies of two men who had skydived early this morning.
Deputies responded out to the scene and located a tandem jumping pair that did impact the ground without the chute deploy.
An investigation into Tyler's death revealed that despite Yong's extensive experience of 700 jumps, he actually lacked the necessary license to perform that tandem jump. Furthermore, he was still in his probationary period and had not yet received proper training. Adding to this tragedy, authorities then discovered a history of around 20 deaths associated with the parachuting center since they opened.
I mean, in fairness, right? They opened in 1960, it's about 2010. Many years later, 20, 30 deaths is not as shocking as I feel like it should be to me. But that's still, there shouldn't be, you really would hope for 0 deaths. I mean, if this was the first ever one, I feel like it wouldn't have been made a big deal because it'd be like, well, you know, unfortunately, skydiving's a risk. It can happen, there's risk to it. Things can go badly, parachutes can malfunction. It just can happen. So it makes it tougher to do, but I understand so if it was the first time, I feel like it probably would have been made, it would have just been like a really shocking, unfortunate thing. But I feel like because there's 20 or 30, it's a bigger problem.
Shockingly, despite the tragic deaths of Tyler and Yong, the center's owner, Bill, just chose to keep the facility open. and even resumed skydiving operations the very next day. When confronted by the police in this photo, he tried to deflect blame. Witnesses described him as devoid of remorse, compassion, or any
In fairness, he looks like the evil guy from fucking Back to the Future. He looks fucked up. He does not look like someone who would have full responsibility or anything. He doesn't look like he was full wherewithal of where the fuck he is, to be honest.
meaningful concern for the tragic situation on hand.
It's an unfortunate situation, but if you see a car wreck, they don't close the freeway. It's something that, unfortunately, in this sport, in skiing and scuba diving, there are fatalities.
Of course, Tyler's family took Bill, the owner, to court, accusing him of negligent homicide.
Also, I'm going to be honest, him saying if you see a car crash, you don't close the highway is one of the most fucked up things I have ever heard a guy say to describe an accident involving a fucking skydiver. What the fuck type of thought process do you have? How little morals do you have? That's insane.
After a long and expensive court battle, in March of 2021, justice was served as the court found Bill guilty, awarding Tyler's family a compensation of a whopping $40 million.
Hell yeah! That right there is justice. $40 million. 40 million. Fuck it, A.
This victory marked the end of a terrible, terrible chapter. However, Tyler's spirit of adventure, his infectious smile, will never be forgotten. He wanted to do so much in this world, but sadly, his life was abruptly cut short due to negligence. Amazingly, the Parachute Center remains open to this very day.
Does he still own it? Does Bill still own it? I mean, Bill looks like he's close to croaking at any moment, so like, does he still own it?
On the 20th of May, 2023, a tragic and completely avoidable incident unfolded in El Salvador. That day, it was like any other. It was a sunny, vibrant Saturday when both locals and tourists alike gathered in huge numbers at the renowned Cuscatlan Stadium in the capital city of San Salvador. The stadium is one of the largest stadiums in El Salvador. Its capacity is around 53,000, and this stadium is the home of the Alianza football team. On this particular day, a highly anticipated quarterfinal match of the 2023 Clacerta tournament took place between Alianza and their rival football club, FAS. The excitement was palpable, resulting in sold-out tickets and escalating tensions. As the stadium reached its full capacity, the match finally commenced. However, as the game began to start, a dreadful tragedy began to boil. Before the match had even started, approximately 400 to 500 Alianza fans, unable to secure tickets, began gathering near one of the smaller entrances. The minute it started, these fans began to bang and force the lock barriers in an attempt to catch a glimpse of the anticipated match. Around 20 minutes into the game, the compromised barrier finally gave way, causing an avalanche of people to surge onto the pitch. Those who were already inside the stadium, witnessing the sudden influx of people, were gripped by panic. While the safest course of action, in hindsight, would have been to remain in their seats, the chaos fueled a collective desire to escape. Unfortunately, the sheer mass of people made it impossible to do so. The pitch was never designed to accommodate such massive influx of people. Amidst the scream of desperate fans, the situation spiraled out of control. Crushed by the surging crowd, people soon found themselves trapped with no escape routes. All exits were overwhelmed, leaving no room to move whatsoever. Exiting fans soon encountered a sea of people who were also struggling to leave, as well as those trying to get in, The stifling heat and lack of breathable air intensified the distress. Disturbing footage captured the pitch's hellish scene, with individuals on the ground totally overheated and in pain, while others desperately fanned them with t-shirts to provide any relief they could. The tragedy rapidly unfolded, prompting the deployment of ambulances and police to assist. However, by that point, the damage had already been done. 12 lives were lost, and an additional 500 people were injured and were sent to hospital. Tragically, the majority of the deceased were children and elderly, a truly heart-wrenching outcome. The following day, all national level football matches were suspended, and football authorities pledged to hold those responsible accountable.
Okay.
The investigation committee concluded that the security measures and access control at the stadium were grossly insufficient and inadequate. It was a disaster waiting to happen. The Salvadorian Football Federation shifted blame onto the entire Alianza team and its fans. As a result, the Alianza team was fined $30,000 US.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. How is it the team's fault? How is it the team's fault that the fans are psychos and crazy? It's all their fault. They didn't tell them all the 500 of them to bull rush the fucking stadium. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? What the hell's wrong with this federation? It doesn't even know how to blame people correctly. Blame the fans 100%. The fans are the problem here. They ran on and got it acting like craziness. But the fucking team has nothing to do with it. Unless I'm unaware and the team's always encouraged crazy behavior, but I doubt it.
And their fans were banned from the stadium for 1 year, forcing Alianza to play their home matches behind closed doors. But what do you think of this? Should the team or the fans have been punished more?
No, the fans 100%. The fans had a problem here. 500 of them caused a mass thing that led to 12 deaths. Yes, they are pretty much to blame. Yeah. The team at all should not have been blamed.
Or should some of the individuals have been held responsible, being that they were literally recorded smashing the barricades that ultimately led to 12 people losing their lives?
I mean, those people should still be charged, yes.
As always, I'm interested in hearing all of your thoughts below, but that is the end of the video. I hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button and subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.